And we'll see how this pistol develops and if that will be the way the story starts. Version 1, putting that emphasis on the A lobby control to begin with. You can see the emphasis placed on Zealous farming these ultimate orbs. Again, you know, we've seen how important this is. It's such an important ultimate to have. That run it back can be used so effectively to open so many different plays, having that extra life. So that's huge, and that's an early win for version 1. And, you know, it looks like they're going to try to get Zealous on the other ultimate orb as well. That's also... Again, that, you know, there's not many maps where you can do it as easily as Ascent. Yeah. So it's great to see that version 1 are taking advantage of this. And they will still have enough time that they can reset the situation and kind of go wherever they want. So as far as Cloud9 are concerned, you can see they're playing off of the B site. They're playing retake on B because they know that it's going to be a little bit more difficult to try to stop that and still have a good mid and A rotation. So that's the sacrifice they're making. And again, for version 1... Oh, actually, as I said, yeah. Doug, you know, Leaf, he's tired of this. He wants to get some information, and he's found it.
Yeah, you can see, like, fine, you guys take all that room, but an excellent response from Leaf, as you mentioned, to just work his way up the middle of the map, get some info, right? Got tagged up a bit, but gets away with his life, and that's going to force V1, which at this point they had everything they wanted. Now they're able to draw some attention, but the problem is, Dan, there are only 15 seconds left in the round. They're going to have to move with the serious sense of urgency, and that seems to be what's working out so far. But they still haven't gotten onto the site. Now they're starting to get the spike down. Floppy looking to go aggressively. The spike does go down. He gets around the corner, gets the kill.
And it's going to be difficult for Cloud9 to hold a full rush against all of these SMGs.
Gonna have to try. You saw Zelsis tap the orb and then have to step back. Gonna hop right back up, which is just 1 point away from having that online. Certainly ahead of schedule. Once again, B1 looking to exploit the middle of the map. Leaf was not aggressively working his way through this time around. That's all they've got so far. It actually looks like it's Mitch who's gonna try to get some info just on the other side. He does have a Spectre of his own, but my goodness, Dan, once that Cloud goes down. Oh, it might not even get a chance. Celsius drops. FEC is able to trade it out with the Frenzy, no less. Now you see that utility being used. Now they know where the play is.
Yeah, this is beautiful as well, like getting rid of that mid utility. Again, they know that they will have pulled rotation here, so yeah, they have Vanity towards A. He's actually trying to play the lurk. Oh, that's unfortunate. Vanity getting caught in the lurk there. That's going to force the action towards B, and this is very readable for Cloud9. Zeta playing in spawn there, trying to just wait and cover the cross, but that's going to leave Leaf alone on the site now. And, oh, he gets the dismiss off in time to reset. I don't think he's going to survive this, though. Spraying for Din. All right. Gotta respect the LMG. That's one player down on the side of version 1. That's always really nice. You know, ooh, I was going to say that you got to be careful not to give the Sheriffs open battles. You already got the man advantage. It's not necessarily something you want to give to them, just because no matter how confident you are, that's the only way they can win the round. If you think of it, frame it like this, what is the only way that version 1 can get into the round with a bunch of Sheriffs? It's by if you peek them, but if you force them to move through choke points, move into a site, plant a spike, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
They may be in some trouble here. You mentioned forcing them through a choke point. There it is. You push your way through. You get met with a Bucky Shell to the face at the hands of Poise. Penny drops. He tries to back up, but no. Gives the illusion that he's done with the fight, but continues to step forward. That's going to give him away. The curveball's going to come through as well. Cloudburst trying to keep him alive as Elsis works his way onto the site. He does have that run it back, as we mentioned. Can't imagine him wanting to use it in a situation like this, but this has already been a lot more damage than Cloud9 bargained for. They've already dropped 2. Zeta's a bit weak as well. This round is far from over, Dan.
Definitely, and it's going to be really tough. Oh, nice shot from Vanity, and it's starting to look pretty damn bad. Version 1 are crushing it with eco situations so far in this series.
All right, keep in mind, again, Zelsis has a run it back. He's got a Phantom in tow this time around. Can't say the same about the rest of his team, but if they continue to neglect the middle of the map, Leaf is going to continue to punish it. He gets the first pick. Yeah, it got traded out, but now we can see what Zelsis and B1 can do on the site. Run it back offline already, so it gets popped instantly.
Yeah, trying to force the issue. 3v3, though. Again, lots of time left here. They don't have to commit to this. They have lost, of course, you know, all map control. So they have to
Yeah.
think to themselves, all right, there could be a C9 player basically anywhere on mid or spawn. So they do have to check things, but they have time to do it. So that makes it okay. And you can see Celsius is checking absolutely everything. But will they check that back generator here? Mitch is sitting in this position. Oh no, it's
No way.
That is unbelievable that he gets 2 from that. That is robbery. Daylight robbery there from Mitch.
Majority of the map, they're in this weird buy, right? Where you've got a couple of rifles, but Sheriff's Frenzy's the rest of the way.
Yeah, and it's I love the cute setup there as well. The shock dart with the gravity well does whiff though, but version 1 have no confirmation on that, so they might assume that they actually got some value from that. So that would be a lot of damage from the shock dart if it would have landed. But Poise here with the knives is looking to defend tree, is forced back. This is great. Early round pressure from version 1 has won them a lot of space on the map. And at this point right now, Cloud9 don't really know what's going on. They have no vision B main. They've got no vision in mid. They've lost tree. And you can see the respect from this in the defender rotation on the minimap. Oh, okay. And this is the Hunter's Fury to try to get an entry onto the site, get information. But it's a little bit tense here, Doug, because nothing really comes to that. They're going to have to force the issue instead.
Not at all. You can see as soon as he dropped that dart, he pulled out the Hunter's Fury, expecting to get something. In fact, comes up empty-handed, but Penny's going to work his way onto the side. Penny good for 1 and a second as well. He's going to get caught with his pants down, as Zeta's the one who cleans him up. 30 seconds left in the round. Zelsis continuing to work his way forward. V1 have not gotten onto the site. Now the Spike's going to follow up Leaf in a 1v2. Certainly a winnable 1v2. He's got full armor. What he doesn't have at this point is the element of surprise, and there's a turret spotting him out as well. He's going to clean that up first. Lear goes out. He's playing quietly, waiting to see if he's going to get a chance at someone to peek him. But version 1, patient, disciplined right now, not giving him an opportunity to do anything. Leaf has to go in aggressive. A Sheriff to the face cleans up the round for V1.
I love it. And that's going to encourage Cloud9, I think, to be a little bit more aggressive, possibly be main or mid in the next buy round. We'll have to see, because as everybody can see is watching right now, this is not a full buy round. This is a hodgepodge collection of, you've got a couple of frenzies, a Marshall, a Spectre. It's definitely desperate times, but they got this setup around market.
That utility combo, man, that would suck. The Nano Swarm, or excuse me, the Alarm Bot into the Nano Swarm with the Gravity Well. Mitch gonna get flashed up. Somehow doesn't get punished for it. But Zelsis does clean up Poise. So the middle of the map continuing to be exploited. And Dan, can you tell me the last time you casted a game where you find yourself 6 rounds into the map and we still haven't seen a full rifle round from both teams? It's been busted economies from both sides the entire time.
Yeah, definitely a sign of a very interesting game. Lots of damage being done both ways, and this round still looks like anyone's here. There's 30 seconds to go, so version 1 have to make the move. They're the team, of course, with the advantage in terms of weaponry. We can see Celsius has to run it back, and is he going to try to find a spot to pop this? 20 seconds now. They might try to run. I mean,
They don't have time.
20 seconds. There was the timing that they could have gone back, but you can see they're not going to go for it. But they
Whippy's gotta go
planted the seed
big.
of doubt.
Whippy had to go big there. Yeah, he got one, but that might have just been enough time for V1, because now they've gotten onto the site. They're going to get the spike down as well. Hunter's Fury coming out from Zeta. See if he can tag anything up. No, the spike goes down. Vanity gets popped in the mouth at the hands of Leaf. It gets traded out. 2v2 here. Floppy does have the Cosmic Divide. Zelsis choosing to go aggressive, and much like a showstopper, you have to respect it, but they go in aggressive. Zelsis is running back, is offline as Effie dances around. Effie's good for 1. 8 health left, not able to get it as the clip runs dry, and Floppy...
That B main control. I love this again because, as I was saying, I feel like there is an expectation that's reasonable that C9 want to take B main as the extremity, because they've seen so much util from version 1 around A main. Indeed, version 1, they're actually going to reap the rewards to at least get the ult orb, and Mitch is looking ready
He's thinking
to
about
completely stuff a push if they try to pop anything here, because of course we see a lot of ultimates on both sides, and so if version 1 pop any ult, there can be an immediate lockdown in response to try to just get that ult versus ult value going in favor of C9.
And for a moment, I thought there'd be a little something where V1 can draw up some noise and it just be a bait, right? But no, it looks like they do want to stick it this way. The first lockdown has been used. No Hunter's Fury from Zeta to mess things up, as Mitch just patiently holds his, waiting to potentially really give him access on the site and then catch him up. He's going to get locked up, but that's all right. There's still plenty of cover. He should be safe. V1 get onto the site, though. Leaf cleans up Penny. Spike still hasn't been planted. And again, you find yourself, Dan, in the spot where you're towing. I mean, you're dangerously flirting with the clock.
They really want C9 to use the lockdown. They really want C9 to use the lockdown, but C9 are going to just hold on to that. But he managed to hold on to it. And version 1 got to a point where they lost so many players, then they're thinking to themselves, okay, well, at least maybe we can try to make an argument for them to burn some ults to win this round. But C9, they were confident they didn't do that. And they're 5-2 up now. Still holding on to a lot of ults, but as of version 1.
And the tricky thing is, too, V1, again, again with this weird buy, right, where you've got a couple Spectres, but pistols the rest of the way.
And look at this mid push, Doug. We have all the info here for C9 too.
Again, man, Leaf has just been really a thorn in their side as he continues to just waltz his way up the middle of the map, and he's going to be in a great spot here. Oh, but the turret's going to give him away. Cosmic Divide still comes out, and Leaf just has to back up. Again, remember, folks, this is a pistol coming out from V1, and it certainly goes as you would expect. As Zeta just mows him down, it's open season on V1 play.
Way to, like, if you see someone making attack pause, you can try to just throw a wrench into the works by just being very aggressive. And they're actually giving up the A site, perhaps in anticipation that there will be a push there, and instead they're opting for that B main control. This has worked out wonderfully, Doug, because C9 have so much info right now. And here comes the push from Zelsis with the run it back, but look, it's a retake setup. They get the site by design.
Yeah, and it's so hard to follow, right? Because of the gravity well, because of the nanoswarm, it was really hard for them to follow up that run it back. Now Zeta's going to use 100 Fury. It's going to get traded out by Effie's as well, as the spike is not gone down, waiting for the ultimates to clear out. Showstopper's going to join the fray as well, as Penny just narrowly misses, not able to connect anything. The spike has made its way onto the site, but there's not enough room for it to go down. They're stuck down in hell. Poise is able to pick Vanity off. Poise looking for more. He's got the Blade Storm. He dashes his way across. Zeta's getting one as well. A 3v2 in favor of Cloud9. As the spike is in a brutal spot, Dan. There's nobody within sniffing distance of it. They're not even in the same zip code.
Position. So just such a great round from Cloud9, and they are rewarded here because just like it was happening so much to them, you know, the economy is broken for version 1. They're on the pistols, and I think Cloud9 learned their lesson, or at least I would hope so, and they're not giving any easy jewels here to the Sheriffs, but there is at least a trade.
It wasn't easy, but they got it. Poise on the side. I mean, Dan?
Oh no, he dashed into the nades, I think. It happens, we've all been there.
A couple of kills traded either which way. With 1 minute left in the round, version 1 makes their way onto the site. It looks like they're going to get the spike down as well. But you still, even with that in mind, you have to lean towards Cloud9 and the gun advantage they have here. Cosmic Divide comes out. A couple of Leers are going to follow as well, as it seems like Cloud9 refused to leave any sort of an inch for V1 to work their way in, and well, there it goes. But Vanity not able to make it.
It just really divides the jobs up nicely.
That was pretty. That was pretty. First op we see online. Really, this map, if I'm not mistaken, this is also, by golly, Dan, we've done it. We found ourselves in a full rifle round, and there's an operator in the fray as well. Right here. Now, I mean, Zelsis has already been dropped at the hands of Poise. What can V1 do here?
Yeah, that's the great thing about the op coming through for the first time. You don't necessarily expect some of those angles to be as dangerous as they are, and Leaf is in trouble, stuck by Pizza, gets taken down, and that's forward ground gained, and equalizing the numbers is going to be very good for version 1. They got a minute to play with still. They got that mid control. They're working on catwalk control and tree control. And with that said, it does put the emphasis here for C9 to find out what's going on. They need to get some info. And so they've actually grouped up towards mid to get that information. And now they worked out what's happening. The running of V1 tells them everything.
Oh man, and they just walk into choke points, right? The gravity wells, the nano swarms, there's so much utility there that delays entry, and then Poise from the top rope with the Blade Storm getting one, gets the second as well, 3 on the round. As he's looking for more, Effie's manages to get the spike down. Poise going aggressively. Effie drops, it doesn't work. Penny gets him, but then gets cleaned up right back at the
Presence from the previous round to still be kind of empowering in that sense.
Whoa. Early Hunter's Fury use, not just to clear space, not just to get info, but to secure a kill as well. You hear the Empress has come online as well. V1 have taken control of B. The spike's going to show up just a bit late. Vanity sniffing it out, right? Playing the sniffer this round for his team as V1 get onto the site. FVs gets the spike down.
This is looking great for version 1. 5v3 post plant. This site, you can operate pretty well on the site as long as there's not an excess of post plant utility. However, given the fact that this is going to be the last round and we've got... Okay, the Hunter's Fury is gone. That would have been a huge factor. And what do you do against this? The rocket stopper, the show stopper, whatever it's called. it's stopping something, and that's going to be Cloud9 on that room. So we'll see if they're able to do a good job here on this pistol round against Cloud9. And of course, they will be playing on the defense instead. And we see Cloud9 going for that split, that favored speed split. However, they are going to get rid of some utility mid. And again, as always is the rule, they don't have to commit to it just yet. And there's a push in A main. So I think their hand is going to be forced here one way or the other by version 1.
They're either going to have to push through the aggression that finds themselves up cat, or they're going to have to rotate away. Leaf has already dropped. The damage has been dealt. Zelsis can back off. Understanding Cloud9 feels the pressure. They don't have very many choices. They have to go to B here.
Yeah, I do like the extra detail that Penny was not spotted crossing top mid. So if they do go back, he would be he would get a free kill. But as you say, there's not really a good option here at all at this point for Cloud9. Version 1 know exactly what's coming. They got all of the information. It's just a case of hitting the shots. And as they go through the smoke, it looks like that should be what's happening. But I think I've been sent a wrong script here, because this is looking way better for version 1 than I expected.
Zeta gets the spike down, but the thing is, damn, look at how low their health bars are. You look at them funny. Mitch drops. Poise follows shortly thereafter. They're going to have to pull a miracle out of their hats, and it's certainly not going that way. But Zeta, what kind of magic do you have in you? Not enough to make this round.
Try to maximize the amount of buy rounds. And just, we do have the Sheriff on Leaf. We all know how devastatingly good he is with it. And your objective in a round like this is to try to find damage. And you can do that in multiple ways. If you're not thinking about trying to get the spike down and win the round, you can just work at it point by point. Find that opening pick and take some position to get that pick. And they're getting so much space because they don't want to mess with these pistols, Doug.
Yeah, they don't, and I don't blame them. Plus, if you can just mow them down like that without giving the Sheriff an opportunity, or the Classic an opportunity.
The typical pressure on the main. Version 1, sorry, I think I said that C9 had the Spectres, but version 1 of the Spectres and the bonus, it's going to be interesting to see like how they want to try to maximize the usage of that. They know they're up against better weapons. Normally a team would be somewhat encouraged to try to mitigate their weaponry disadvantage by taking some initiative, forcing some fights that are good for you. But right now they're just playing the information game. They're giving up B, playing retake on that, letting Cloud9 clear all these positions, and playing very defensively.
With that, Cloud9 is able to take the middle of the map. You mentioned them playing defensively. It's not just the middle of the map. By golly, Dan, they've exploited everything. Mitch is going to get one as well. Leaf looking to add to the stats, and he does just that. As he's gotten to 3 rounds, Penny, good to trade it out. But, man, he's in a 1v4. Now, the one thing worth mentioning, Poise and Mitch are both weak, but they have a decent idea of where Penny's coming from, and if they didn't before, they certainly do now.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate for version 1 getting caught so desperately off guard there, and that is part and parcel of having no information at that timing in the rounds. You just don't know what's coming and or where to have your players, like what you should be covering. And so that's unfortunate for C9. I would have wanted to see some aggression, because at that point, you've got worse weapons, you've got worse information, you've got worse positioning.
Egos are also a bit closer to having a couple of key ultimates online. Eve certainly does have his Empress in tow, but now V1, it's just weird, right? Like, they've got a couple of Bulldogs, Vanities at light armor. So they're in a position of strength, but certainly not where they'd like to be.
Yeah, we have a trap set up here by by version 1 as well in mid. So what they're expecting is like a kind of early to mid round timing from the default of Cloud9, where they will try to clear mid. So there was a trap set up for that timing around the 1 minute mark in that mid position. But you can see that Cloud9 just trying to focus on B main. They sort of run it straight in, Doug, and I don't think that was expected by version 1 at all.
No, Effie's was there. He spotted a little bit, but he backed off. Just, I mean, being comfortable to give up the space and rather push yourself in from a position where you've got more numbers than you would have otherwise. Mitch, once again, playing that cheeky little spot across the middle of the map, very similar to how we saw him playing Haven. But Dan, this is going to be a bloodbath, a 5v5 for the site. V1 looking to work their way in to retake this thing, but you've got to clear B long out, right? Like, you can't leave this area of the map alone or you're just gonna get picked to shreds just like that. Leaf good for 2, gets up 3rd. Penny trades it out. Oh, and this went absolutely sideways for V1. Cloud9 hold fast to the site.
Definitely a huge win. And version 1, you know, in the doldrums right now, you know, on these Spectres, we've got a Judge on Vanity. Obviously, that is the best gun in the game, but other than that, you know, they've got a bunch of Spectres and the Phantom. So we'll see exactly if they're able to do anything else here. But I am concerned with the way that they've been playing so passively, because this lack of information is being abused and exploited by C9.
You love the setup, right? Like, the design was there. They knew what they were looking for. They get the info, the gravity well into the showstopper. Hopefully, strike gold. But there was just nothing there. The ult didn't connect.
And again, we hit this like 1 minute mark and no info, no vision for version 1. They don't know where to set up. They're kind of pulling towards this A side of the map here. Or actually, it's kind of 2-1-2. So again, yeah, don't really know what's happening, but we have the drone to try to find out, and that should be enough info. They might have to gamble a rotation off of that little information that they have. But at the same time, oh, the fake is coming through. It's so smart from C9.
Boys is just going to draw attention, and it's not just attention. Celsius uses the ultimate, right? But look at how much it has been invested that way. Now they realize the veil has been lifted, right? They know that that's not where they play, but Vanity was there with the Judge. No, he was the last line of defense. He gets cleaned up. Penny drops as well, as Cloud9 have full access onto the site. Is he gonna? Surely not. All right, V1, they have some numbers, right? And they have a couple of weapons. That's really all they've got going for him. Zeta's in a great spot. Has the Hunter's Fury too, but he's playing on the site, and so far so good. Good for 1, good for a second one as well. Effie's gets cleaned up. Cloud9 at map point.
They're looking so good. Game so massively in this half. The version 1, they're just always playing from behind.
Yeah. To quote John Travolta, misdirection. What the eyes see and the ears hear, the mind believes. The lockdown has been used early on. Poise gets a kill onto Penny as well. It's just really clearing up the middle of the map.
Nowhere to run.
All right, Hunter Fury's going to come out as well from Zeta. And he's going to land the kill as well. As Cloud9 just, like, systematically, just slowly but surely pick apart the remaining members of Cloud9 to put this map away. Leaf's good for 1 as well through the smoke. Celsius and Vanity, the last 2 members that remain. They weren't even on the site. Now they're going to show up. And they're working their way into a 2v4. And a difficult one at that, Dan.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Vanity might be able to do something with the Cosmic Divide. We'll have to see. Ooh. All right, well, that's it. That's all she wrote for